everybody, and welcome to Daybreak Plus. I'm Rob Evans. Happy Tuesday to you. We are breaking down all the news you may have missed overnight, and we are digging deep into the matters that matter to you. We begin with the measles outbreak. Health officials trying to track down anyone who may have been exposed to measles after Travis County's second case this year. Now, they have identified several locations where people have shared space with a contagious person, including an airplane. KVUE's Kelsey Sanchez talked with management at one of those businesses.
Here at Curra's Grill on Old Torf Street, lunch is business as usual.
Support local business. We've been in 30 years.
Owner Julieta Rodriguez says the restaurant has been through all sorts of hardship. The pandemic, the winter freeze, multiple floods.
When I found out about this, I was like, oh, wow.
And now a measles exposure.
My first thought was, it's gonna kill business.
On Monday, city leaders and local health officials gave an update about a second person testing positive for measles. They say it's an adult who is vaccinated and traveled out of the state, but not out of the country.
While the patient did catch the virus, they only have mild symptoms and are able to rest at home.
Rodriguez says she found out about the exposure at her business through the news. So she called in a cleaning company over the weekend to disinfect the place.
Every day we clean, my staff, we follow protocol with the health codes. So that's pretty much what we can do as far as right now.
Local health officials say that patient visited all these spots here in town between April 16th and 20th. And both the CDC and State Health Department are working to contact trace the patient and get in touch with anyone who may have traveled near them.
The key message today is that while we've had this second case of measles, the best defense is vaccination.
As for Rodriguez, she says she along with her staff are vaccinated and are taking the necessary protocols to stay open.
Unfortunately, that person was here, no, because it's my customer, and I support my staff, I support that person, hopefully he's doing well, and we're here to fight.
Health officials say that 2 doses of an MMR vaccine gives you lifelong protection. You may want a booster, though, if you have a compromised immune system. And if you're not sure about your vaccine status, a lot of people aren't, just check with your doctor. Now, this case comes as the Department of State Health Services continues to monitor the West Texas outbreak, which has led to 646 cases since January, about 400 of them in Gaines County on the New Mexico border. 2 unvaccinated children have died. The department releases data every Tuesday and every Friday, so we expect to get more data today. And it also tracks vaccination rates by age. And the most recent data from 2024 says about 94% of kindergarten students statewide have gotten both shots of the MMR vaccine, which is close to herd immunity. Well, starting today, you may not be able to buy lottery tickets online anymore. The Texas Lottery Commission is expected to vote later this morning to ban courier services. It's the latest chapter in a legal saga. The debate all comes about after someone right here in Austin bought an $83 million winning lottery ticket online through a courier service. Then state lawmakers started getting involved. The Texas Senate unanimously passed a bill banning couriers in February. And after a Senate Finance Committee hearing in February, the Texas Lottery Commission announced it would try to ban couriers. Now, if it happens, that means you cannot buy a lottery ticket online, only at a store in person. Several state lawmakers are worried these businesses could be laundering money, including House Speaker Dustin Burrows. Take a listen.
We're going to have that conversation still. That is, in the next 30 days, there's going to be a real conversation about, are we going to keep it? And if we do, what changes need to be made so that people have confidence that it is a legitimate gaming operation?
Well, if it is filed claiming that the commission said that their business was illegal, let me restart that entire thing. I apologize there. Lotto.com, the nation's second largest courier, is trying to stop the commission's ban. It filed that lawsuit claiming the commission said their business was legal. Now, the commission expects to take a vote at their meeting starting at about 10 a.m., but a judge could file an injunction before then that would keep courier services operational. Now, it's 7:05 right now. take a look at weather and traffic with Casey and Hannah. What are we seeing out there right now, Casey?
Oh, well, more of the same. Cloudy start to the day. We do have a little bit more of a breeze, though, as we kick off this Tuesday morning, and we will be tracking the potential of maybe a stray shower through this morning, but most of us dry. And looking at the gloom yet again. Winds have been out of the southeast, so it's been pulling in that humidity. Winds have been picking up a little bit at times with some gusts of around 25 miles per hour. It's also kept us very warm through the overnight period, with temperatures in the 60s, low to middle 70s as we start the day. Radar, we do have some showers passing through Gillespie County right now. We could see a few of them try to work their way into at least the eastern hill country, but most of us, again, not anticipating any rain today. Today, kind of our last day of some drier conditions before we start to see a more active weather pattern as we head into tomorrow. This is going to be thanks to this area of low pressure we've been tracking. It's going to be pushing over the Four Corners region today and eventually into our area, at least for northern Texas, as we head into tomorrow. That will be sparking some showers and storms across our area beginning tomorrow. Not going to be a washout for your Wednesday, but we will see some spotty rain in storms. As for today, stray shower or two possible through this morning. Most of us remain dry and we will see a mostly cloudy sky. I think a little bit of sunshine peeking through by this afternoon, but overall kind of a rinse and repeat of what we had yesterday. Beginning tomorrow, some changes arrive. Spotty showers to start the day. We'll be tracking some isolated rain through about early afternoon, and then we'll start to see some showers and thunderstorms develop, especially after about 5 o'clock tomorrow. That looks to be kind of the best time frame to see these storms roll through and into the early evening hours. Heavy downpours, lightning. Notice not all of us getting wet tomorrow, but the storms that do develop will have the ingredients present to produce some hail. Some of these could be fairly strong and build up into the atmosphere. That's where we could see some areas of hail across across the region, maybe even some gusty winds, which is why the Storm Prediction Center has put us, now all of us, under a level 1 out of 5 risk to see severe storms. That's one of the things we'll be watching out for as we head into tomorrow afternoon. Now after that, Thursday, we're turning towards the heat. 92 degrees for a forecast high. We're going to be warming things up. Humidity will be increasing, so Thursday looking sticky as well with those dew points in the 70s. We're talking about heat index values that could be into the middle 90s. The reason being, once Wednesday's system exits, we're going to be tracking a front to the north of us that'll be approaching. Out ahead of that, the warmth, the humidity ramps up. Couple showers on Thursday as it does so, and then this pushes southward into our area by Friday. So this is going to be bringing us more opportunities for some needed rain, some thunderstorms on Friday, where Friday will be featuring another uptick in those rain chances. Highs today, middle and upper 80s is where we're headed. Another breezy day with those winds to the southeast. Ash count, though, low. Grass count, low. Mulberry, low. And hickory, low for your allergy count. Mold still remaining medium. As we head into the next few days, after tomorrow, we continue with a more active weather pattern. Thursday, just a little bit of a chance for some showers and storms, but again, it's going to be warm. That rain chance bumps up as that front begins to push into the area by Friday. And for the weekend, it kind of just hangs around our area. So we'll be looking at least some spotty shower and storm chances through your Saturday and Sunday. But the good news is behind that front, we cool from 92 on Thursday back down to those highs in the low to middle 80s for the rest of the week.
Getting kind of steamy out there. I love a good storm, like I was saying earlier, but I don't like the hail. And if you've lived in Texas long enough, we've all been burned by some hailstorm. They just sneak up on us, especially in the springtime. So just listen up to that forecast for tomorrow. Right now, taking a look at our current conditions, we are just slowly crawling along, seeing that stop and go really starting at Kyle Parkway and then just all the way up through Bluff Springs. Still no active crashes in the main lanes there, so that's good. But, you know, just another slow day moving in from South Austin. Seeing some slowdowns here as well, coming and going out from maybe the Cedar Creek area today and El Camino Real. We had a crash a little bit earlier out in Round Rock near East Palm Valley. That is cleared up. Looking really good on Mopac, so just hop on there if you need to get out the door quickly. About 15 minutes will get you from Lewis Henna to downtown and vice versa right now if you are slipping out. Good morning to the Miller neighborhood. We do have a crash right now, and that is right outside of Berkman Drive and Tom Miller Street, which is where that old airport tower is. It's so cool if you haven't seen it before, but there is a working crash there right now. Hopefully we can get that cleared up pretty quickly. And here's a look at your speeds across the map. Looking really good if you are coming in from Oak Hill or Dripping Springs. You just got to fight that construction. That's not a word. Construction. If you are coming and going from the 290 area. Didn't lie to you here. Mopac once again looking good on those times. Under 15 minutes, just the way we like it. And yeah, it's a slow crawl for my South Austin soldiers coming in today. Under 45 minutes for you there. 183 is looking good today, under 10 minutes, no active crashes for you. If you were hopping on that beautiful Loop 360 for that Pennybacker Bridge, under 10 minutes for us as well. And then I got to sneak in my little bluebonnet photo. They're just so cute. Look at these little faces. Are you kidding? So Coco is mama, and next are her two sons, Chubby and Chico. And this was taken in Brenham, Texas, and they're just darling. And that was sent from Julie Montoya. Rob.
What a bunch of cuties right there. Thanks for those pictures lighting up the day. Well, today, President Donald Trump will mark 100 days in office of his second administration. Now, the president has acted on issues like immigration and tariffs, but faces criticisms from a lot of Americans. Recent polls, in fact, show his approval rating is just 39%. ABC's Karen Travers has more.
President Trump came into his second term promising swift change.
The golden age of America begins right now.
He hit the ground running, issuing more than 200 executive actions on his first day. He rescinded 78 Biden-era actions, declared a national emergency at the southern border, and commuted and pardoned January 6 rioters.
These people have been destroyed.
The president relying on executive actions to move his agenda forward, signing more than 140 since January 20th, according to the Federal Register. He has signed 5 bills into law. The first, the Laken Riley Act, named for the 22-year-old Georgia nursing student who was killed allegedly by an undocumented migrant. As he promised on the campaign trail, the Trump administration taking action on immigration. ICE raids across the country targeting undocumented migrants. The Department of Homeland Security claiming there have been 150,000 deportations so far. President Trump's biggest action on the economy, a sweeping set of steep tariffs on nearly 90 countries, a move he said would boost the economy and bring back manufacturing to the U.S.
My fellow Americans, this is Liberation Day.
But the stock market took a nosedive. A week later, the president pausing the tariffs on most countries for 90 days.
We don't want to hurt countries that don't need to be hurt, and they all want to negotiate.
But the trade standoff with China continues, the president putting a 145% tariff on Chinese goods, and China retaliating. Experts warning that if this continues, Americans could see higher prices or empty shelves. President Trump meeting twice at the White House with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu as his administration works to secure the release of the remaining hostages held by Hamas. Trump vowed during the campaign to end the war between Russia and Ukraine on day one. In February, an explosive meeting in the Oval Office.
You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III.
President Trump put billionaire businessman Elon Musk in charge of reshaping the federal government, slashing the workforce and cutting costs.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy.
In just over 3 months, the Trump administration has shuttered the U.S. Agency for International Development and the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, started the process to dismantle the Department of Education, and made significant cuts to the workforces at the Department of Health and Human Services, the Environmental Protection Agency, and the Internal Revenue Service. At least 217 lawsuits have been filed challenging the administration's actions, 15 explicitly related to DOGE. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
Well, America's oldest astronaut is sharing what he's learned after spending hundreds of days in space. As ABC's Lana Moise reports, he says he feels like a kid at age 70.
NASA's oldest active-duty astronaut is for the first time discussing his return to Earth after more than 200 days in space. He says the weightlessness made him feel decades younger.
I still feel like a little kid inside, and I probably act more like a little kid than a grown-up.
Don Pettit recently wrapped up his 7-month mission on the space station, returning in a Russian-made spacecraft on his 70th birthday.
As much as I love exploring space, going into the frontier and making observations and doing the mission, you do reach a time where it's time to come home. And here I am.
He's now spent 590 days in space, over 4 missions, placing him third on NASA's all-time list.
I want to do things in space that you can only do in space, and I'll worry about catching up with TV programs and things like that after I come back.
In addition to research, he says he liked to keep busy tinkering with things, once spending 3 hours fixing a $12 razor. He also took 670,000 photos while in space, often sharing them on social media.
When I'm looking out the window and just enjoying the view, it's like, oh, wow, a meteor. Oh, wow, look at that. Man, there's a flash there. What's that? And oh, look at that, a volcano going off. And it's like, okay, where's my camera? I got to record that.
And he says he is not interested in retiring. Lionel Moyes, ABC News, New York.
I love his excitement. It's just great to see it at any age. Well, there's a scam warning out there for pet owners. Counterfeit pet products are flooding the market. Consumer Reports has advice on making sure you are buying the real deal. We love our pets, right? They're our family members. Let's keep them safe. Here's Jenny Lee.
While scrolling through popular pet ads online, think twice before you click. The Better Business Bureau warns of a significant spike in online scams targeting pet parents.
If it's sold out in other places, or if it's listed at a higher price in other places, and all of a sudden you see it for super cheap on a random website you've never heard of, that's a telltale sign that it might not be a real website, or it might be a fraudulent product or a counterfeit product.
The BBB reports customers of one retailer were left empty-handed after being told their items were on the way. To avoid getting scammed, buy from reputable retailers with a secure website, a physical address, and phone number. Check reviews to make sure they're verified, and be careful of overly discounted deals. Use a credit card just in case the product arrives defective or doesn't arrive at all.
There is a danger to a pet if it isn't exactly what you think it is. They could swallow parts, it could be toxic. So you want to make sure that if you're looking for a specific product, that you're using retailers that you can trust or that actually manufactured that product.
Consumer Reports make shopping for quality pet products easy. Experts just evaluated several products, including this Jasper 360 fingered toothbrush. It's sold at Amazon and Walmart for less than $15. For rainy days, the Paws rubber dog boots prove the best option for repelling water and mud. It's sold at Amazon, PetSmart, and Walmart for under $20. And Fido will love their Fur Haven Deluxe Chase Lounge dog bed for its L-shaped headrest for less than $65 at Amazon and Walmart. Understand the retailer's return and refund policy and save a copy of the order confirmation until the item is received. Jenny Lee, KVUE News.
Jenny, thank you. When it comes to flea and tick prevention, there are over-the-counter and prescription products, and some of those could be counterfeit as well. Best to talk to your veterinarian to determine the best treatment plan for your pet. All right, we're going to leave you something. We're going to leave you now with something to talk about. One last thing, a new AI trend gaining traction on social media. I can get behind this one. It's not eating pods and doing silly things. People are using ChatGPT to roast themselves, to roast their family members, to roast their hobbies. So we had ChatGPT roast Central Texas towns in 2 sentences. Here are a couple of them. And again, this is not us. This is ChatGPT. Don't get mad at the messenger. Austin, where every street corner has a food truck, but somehow you're still hungry and broke. It's a city where the motto is keep Austin weird, but mostly that just means overpriced coffee and tech startups pretending to be vintage. Oh boy. Leander, a great town, by the way. The town that's close to Austin, but far enough to be the setting of your most peaceful existential crisis. Unless you're trying to get on I-35, or rather 183 up there to the toll road, that's not peaceful. It's where new developments sprout up faster than any reason to leave, and the most exciting thing to do, drive back to Austin. How about Round Rock, the place where the best thing to do is visit a mall and pretend it's still 2005, a city that's right by Austin, but still manages to feel like it's waiting for something to happen. First off, they've got the best donuts, the best AAA baseball team. They got a bunch of stuff going for them there. Great school district. Come on. All right, how about Dripping Springs, where the gateway to the hill country feels more like a scenic detour to nowhere. It's a place where everyone is either a wedding planner or a craft distillery owner, and the most excitement is spotting a deer on the way to wine testing. All right, so I also did some other things while I was looking, right? I just typed in just now. So if you want to do this, you can do it as well. Go to chatgpt.com, or you can download the app on your phone. It's free. You don't even need to log in or anything like that. All you have to do is put in there, quotes, in 2 sentences, roast whatever you want. I'd put in roast Westlake, Texas, where I live. Westlake, Texas, where the only thing more inflated than the property prices is the sense of self-importance. It's a place so exclusive, even the cows on the farms probably have to have a waiting list to graze. Hilarious. Okay, let's roast myself, right? Roast Rob Evans from Austin TV on Austin, Texas, news anchor. Is what I wrote. Rob Evans has the energy of a guy who's been reading the same teleprompter script for the last decade and still doesn't get the hang of it yet. His charm is about as natural as a botched facelift, awkward and painfully stiff. Alrighty then. All right, how about the Cowboys? Dallas Cowboys, y'all get Dallas Cowboy fans, right? This is great. I can do this all day long. The Dallas Cowboys are like that one guy who keeps bragging about his past accomplishments, even though his prime was in the 1990s. Watching them play is like witnessing an underwhelming reality show, plenty of hype, but zero payoff. All right, I was like, local city's fine. Let's do a bigger city close to us. Houston. You know they're going to make fun of the humidity and the traffic, right? Houston is a city where humidity and traffic are the top 2 attractions, neither particularly welcoming. It's like a giant concrete jungle where the only thing more inflated than the egos are their gas prices. And again, if you want to do this, roast yourself, roast your family, your friend, your town, whatever it is, it's fun. ChatGPT.com or download the app on your phone. You don't have to create an account. Just do it. It's pretty fun. And put in the title or in the search bar, I guess, in 2 sentences, roast, and then whatever you want, the person's name, the city, whatever it is. That's going to do it for Daybreak Plus. Let us know what you want to talk about, who you want to roast. I already roasted myself. Save yourself the time there. Message us at 512-459-9442. You can also message me on socials at Rob Evans TV on Insta, Facebook, or X. And stick around because Daybreak continues right here on KVUE Plus. I'm going to go roast some more. Goodbye, everybody.